we all get in alignment with our purpose, our true purpose.
Yeah.
You know, we all get in alignment. If we're all working in unison and we're all living exactly what we need to be, and we're all focused on what God made for us, we're all going to be good.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a firm believer that after this is over, we're going to live in a new earth. We're all going to be, you know, servants. We're all going to be, you know, faithful stewards of this new earth that we're going to be in. And, you know, that was the purpose from the beginning. But now when that does happen, if we're all just, you know, we're imperfect and it's all good, you know, we're all fallen and it's all good, you know, and through God's grace, we can live our lives better. And to know that if we all live and seek for purpose and for understanding, we'll be good. You know, it doesn't even have to be monetarily and all these things. Like, it can just be living a life that outlives you.
Yeah. Because they interviewed a bunch of CEOs of big companies, like the big companies, like the CEOs, and they asked their kids and said, would you want to do what your parents did?
Yeah.
They said, no. They said, why? They said, because I never saw my dad or I never saw my mom.
Yeah.
They were always working.
Yeah.
Like you talked about earlier in the podcast, it's about lifestyle and money.
Yeah.
It's not just about money, right?
Yeah.
Because trucking, like you said,
I had the money,
you were making the money, but you were
crap.
you were lazy, or you were worried about having to get that call and you have to take off and leave your family there and go take care of the job.
Yeah, 100%.
Where in the financial industry, or like in this industry of content creation that we're getting into right here, eventually you build something so massive that you have millions of subscribers, and you have people that basically, you know, will be a client or something of yours, and it's just constant passive income when you're sleeping. And we're marketing to the world, not just to the city or town I live in. You know, I can't wait till the day we have people in India watching this.
Wow.
We have
Mexico,
Mexico,
right?
The United Kingdom,
South Africa.
I'm like, how the heck did someone from? By the way, Indian fans, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We love you.
Yes.
But
a lot of my drivers from India.
Yeah.
I love the Indians. Punjabi and Sikh. They're
so like I said, like, you know, this reaches worldwide. You know, like I can't believe that. You know, we're here, and by the way, we're starting in my home, just like Joe Rogan did. But we have people in India watching this. We have people in the UK watching this. We have people in Africa watching this. So now I don't just limit. You know, we're not limited to San Jose or to Campbell or to California. We're worldwide, right? And I can't wait, you know, to the day that, because this is meant to inspire people. That's why we have amazing people like yourself.
Appreciate it.
Because if there's a 21-year-old who doesn't know if they can do business, they're going to watch this and be like, man, if Armando could do it, I can do it.
And that's what my goal is, to inspire those and find people that are young and passionate like me, and hopefully I can assist them and redirect them in a way and now use that passion and put it in a way that's going to help them and maybe build something huge from that.
And so, like, you know, with your company now, you're changing people's lives. You finally found the thing and the platform and the company that fits you. Where do you want to go from here?
From here, man, I want to, you know, obviously I'm expanding in different parts of the country right now. I have agents in Dallas. We have agents in Phoenix, Portland, Washington, obviously all through California. And my goal is just keep on reaching more people. People need us. You know, people are losing so much money in the market. We're able to give them guarantees, take care of their families. So they're, you know, the highest rate of suicide is 2008. We can be that intermediate. We can be there to help them shelter that money and get guarantees on it and take care of their family in that and protect them. You know, I've seen families that had to set up GoFundMes, you know, and you know, help them go fund themselves.
Exactly,
by taking care of their own families and not have to have a bill. You know, have a check for their family instead.
I like what you know, people say, oh, money's not everything. Money doesn't buy happiness. Those are just basically people that don't have money. You know what I mean? Money is not going to make you happy, by the way. It doesn't buy happiness. But you know what? It buys options and freedom. You know? Like, you know, like if you're sick and you need the best healthcare, if you have money, you're going to get the best healthcare, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Money is such a great tool.
It's just a tool.
Get the money out the way.
It's just a tool.
You know, I heard a wise man once say, hurry up and get the money out the way so you can then start having fun with it. You know, just hurry up and build something big, get the money out the way, let that not be a problem so you can focus on what you really want to build.
Exactly.
Really focus on scaling.
Yeah.
The scalability.
Get the money out the way, become successful, so you can help other people become successful. Right. Okay, so let's talk about your family, because I know you're a new dad and a new husband.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, right? And a boy.
Yeah,
right?
a boy.
So talk about that, because I obviously don't have kids, but I can't wait till the day that I do, and I am holding out for the family unit, right?
Yeah.
But, you're a family man, you're a husband, you're a new father. Let's talk about that. How that all transpired. What is it like? Has it changed your life?
How'd you meet your wife?
Yeah. I met her in high school. I met her in high school, but she was a popular one. I wasn't. It was like the, she's dating, the cool guy, and I'm just the guy that not cool. That whole story, and it's
not yet.
Yeah.
You just weren't.
Like I always
you
tell her,
weren't
slow
cooked
and
yet.
steady.
Yeah.
And that's how it was. Just life happened, and somehow life brought us together. And I have friends that I know in high school. They're like, oh my gosh, I would have never thought they would have ever thought that. That was like beyond. That's not even a dream. You dream about, man, if I got with this girl, and that wasn't even a thing in my head.
She was like the queen of the school.
Yeah, I was like, all right, prom queen.
Literally.
Yeah, no, she really was.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, all right, that's not me.
Yeah.
Never even thought, not even a thing. But then after that, years later, we meet again, and it was something that I said, God, if you place me the right woman in my life, I'm gonna go beyond and make it happen and settle and treat her the best that I could, and just hit it off, and we're good. And now we have a little 4-month-old kid now.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what's it like having a boy? Because I heard it's like a little carbon copy of you.
Yeah. He's a giggly guy, just the happiest kid. And I told my parents, like, was I that happy? They're like, no, you were always laughing. So, and my wife, same thing. She was always laughing when she was a baby, and he's just so happy and so excited, and she's such a blessing, and it puts perspective on everything that I do, because now I do everything with a purpose. And I told you I'm on a time frame when I do things. And now to be like, I'm on a time frame, and it's like worth it, and it's like I can't wait till I go home. I'm gonna help a client out and be of purpose, and then go home and be purposeful again with my family, and love my son and love my wife, and that's how it is. Happy wife, happy life.
So I always hear that when you first hold the child in your hands, like something changes inside you. Is that true?
Yeah, it's that, and seeing my wife go through that. I was there.
Yeah,
I was right.
We're lucky, right?
Yeah,
we just helped make it.
Just seeing her, like, it had another level of respect, and especially during this COVID, they weren't letting anybody in there.
Wow.
And it's huge because it was just me and her. Me and her and the nurse that was helping us. It's like it's just us two, no other family, nobody in here, no one passing the baby. None of that, which is a very sentimental moment.
That's
very
pretty cool.
Between both of us. Even one of the doctors that was there was like, you guys are so fortunate. You guys have no idea how many times when the whole family's here, baby pops out, mama has it, especially in the Mexican family, and abuelita and the tia, and then all this, and then the baby's just crying because the baby hasn't felt the mom or the dad yet, and then we're the last ones to get them. Wow. And no, it was just us, and then they left us, and it's just me, her, and this. Oh my gosh, we have this baby. It's crazy.
Little carbon copy of both of you guys, right?
Yeah. First you look like a little alien, but yeah. And now he's just funny.
So the adversity actually allowed you guys to be in the moment together.
Yeah, adversity is always where things happen.
They say every adversity has a seed of benefit if you look for it.
If you look for it, man. Look for
it's
it.
an opportunity.
Yeah. People see obstacles. I see opportunity. People put on chains, and it's crazy. Like people think God puts chains on us to hold us back, but no, he puts those chains on us to see how strong we are, how strong we can break through those. And he doesn't put walls in front of us to hold us back, but to see how much we can climb and how fast we can get through it, and to see, wow, look, son, you can do this. You got this. Now there's another wall. You can be like, I can't wait to jump another one, while everybody else is failing and thinking that I'm held back. It's just the way it is. Like, no, dude, he's putting this so you can build strength and get through that, because there's something that you need to know and need to understand in order for you to get to the next level. There's going to be challenges, obstacles that are opportunities.
That's true. And it's funny, we never like Steve Jobs always say, you can never connect the dots looking forward, you always have to connect them looking back. Right? And if you just look at your life, like everything that happened to you, you're always having to prove yourself, never the one that was the quote unquote cool guy. It all ended up being a blessing in disguise. Because you wouldn't have the work ethic, the drive, the want to prove people wrong mentality, the entrepreneurship. And I love that. I love meeting entrepreneurs. I'm an entrepreneur. I only had a job for 3 years of my life, It was funny. Well, I had jobs when I was like 16.
Yeah.
But those are like real jobs. you know?
Yeah.
I only had a real job for 3 years of my life.
Yeah.
I graduated from college because that's what they say. Go to school, get a degree, go get a job.
Yeah.
I freaking hated school. I just
Yeah.
did it for my parents.
Mhm.
I barely graduated 8 years later.
Yeah.
And then I got a job and I worked for 3 years and I was like, this is not me.
Yeah.
And the way I realized that was I worked for Wells Fargo.
Nice.
And I appreciated Wells Fargo because they trained me very well. This was during the real estate, right when the boom was happening,
Ooh.
right?
You get home.
Yeah, and then pretty much, right? It was subprime,
Ooh.
and I made $40,000 salary plus my $15,000 bonus, and I closed $9 million of real estate in my first year for Wells
No
Fargo.
way.
And they charge 4% on every loan. And someone's like, Isaac, you're talented. You should be on your own. And I'm like, I'm scared.
Yeah.
I'm scared,
Yeah.
you know? And then I did the math. This is all I did. I go, $9 million times the average agent was making like 3-4%. I would have made $500,000 in my
Yeah.
first year out of
Yeah.
college. And I was like, wait, Wells Fargo made $9 million. I made $55,000.
I made this for them.
Yeah. Wait, I was like, wait, 9 million, 55,000. I was like, something is not right here.
Yeah.
And then I could have made $500,000 as a young kid out of college.
Yeah.
I was like, I did it. I took the risk, right? It's scary, right? You know, there's a meme. It says, here's 2 lions. One's a lion in the zoo.
Yeah.
One's a lion in the wild.
Yeah.
The lion in the zoo has meals every single day. He's comfortable.
Yeah.
He's taken care of.
Yeah.
But he's freaking trapped in a zoo.
Mm.
The lion on the field in the plains, there's no guarantee of anything.
Mm.
Every day he's just out there trying to get food and survive. But who's more free?
Who?
The lion in the field.
Yeah.
Right?
Not
So
the zoo, sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I learned too because my father was an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up as an employee, but in the beginning, when I was molded, my dad was from Mexico. He was an immigrant.
Yeah.
He was a truck driver, then a hard worker, owned a taqueria, always trying to do something
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
So that's where I got the entrepreneur
Yeah,
spirit.
exactly.
Right.
Man. It's huge.
And so yeah, I mean, I just appreciate that. You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like us as Hispanics, bro, like there's something that like we have to work harder, man. It's like, I don't know if it's this thing of like, you know, you're the underdog, you know, we see like other people that are born here. They're already got it. You know,
Yeah.
you got to want it. You got to be better. You know, we have these principles in us like, come on, trabaja duro. You got this, mijo.
It's
You
the
got
immigrant
this.
mentality, yeah.
Come on. Don't ever get any handouts, you know. You're going to make this yourself. You build it, you know. You're going to reap what you sow. You know, always be respectful. Look at someone's hand, shake their hand. That's what my dad instilled in me from the beginning of time, man.
He taught you the right values, yeah.
Always. I remember when I would, you know, crack a joke and I would go a little too far. He'd be like, no, come here. What'd you say?
Wow.
Apologize right now, son. You don't do this. I'm sorry, Dad.
Wow.
But like, hey, you know, hey, look him in the eye, shake his hand, say thank you. You know, things like that take you a long way. And, you know, always looking at like my dad is the one that I looked up to for him in business and in being the way I am, because I always saw my dad. And my dad has a booming diesel mechanic shop where he's at, you know, and to see the way my dad takes care of his clients, you know, I would just watch my dad and I would get everything from my dad. You know, I would see how people would come in, you know, these big truck owners. Hey, you know, who's the owner here? My dad's like, I don't know, the owner's not here, but I'll service you. What can I do for you?
Wow.
Always like, you know, like always just never about like getting, you know, the accolades or this. I just want to do good. And hey, you know, the guys, oh, how much I owe you? No, nothing. You know, go ahead. Next time, just, you know, just know that, you know, next time I'll take care of you, or hey, just refer me people.
Yeah.
I got you on this job. What? I could pay you. No. And we'll go over and beyond for someone. Let's say the part that they need is out of state, and then the guy has a load the next day. My dad's like, no, you know, don't worry about it. I got this one from this other truck. I'll pull it off of here and I'll take care of it. You know, don't worry about it. Don't pay me for it. I'm like, what the heck? My dad's willing to go over and beyond, and that showed me. And my dad's business has been blessed ever since then. He's always been blessed. And I just looked at it like, why is my dad doesn't worry? Why is everything so good? You know, because of that. Because it's just in him to be a good person. And he knew that. He never worried about like, am I going to pay this? And all the overhead, nothing, because he's just said, you know what? If I just work hard and I do good, I'm going to win.
Yeah.
If I take little, you know, these little shortcuts, I'm going to end up losing. A lot of people that work with my dad that got a same thing, opened their own diesel mechanic shops. They thought they were big shots. All of a sudden they start doing bad work. They lost their stuff, and now they lost people, clients and stuff.
Yeah.
And my dad always did good work, you know, slow and steady, build something good, build rapport, build clients long term, and now you can't even fit the trucks in there.
Yeah. There's a meme. It says, the man who does more than he's paid for will soon be paid for more than for what he does.
Napoleon Hill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your dad had kind of an abundant mentality.
Yeah, just work hard. And I would always see my dad amongst other people, which is huge. And man, my dad would never worry about how much that costs. How much is this? He'd always say, well, we work hard. Don't worry. I'm like, Dad, we can go to freaking
Abundance.
Original Joe's and
Abundance.
over here in San Jose, and we'd go and he'd buy these nice things. And, you know, never worried about like how much that costs. He's just like, hey, you work hard, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
then why not?
Don't tell yourself, I can't afford it. It's like, how can I afford
Exactly.
it?
Yeah. My dad would be
Such a good
exactly.
mindset.
My dad would be like, okay, well, shoot, if I buy this for $3,000, that's just this. Like 2 days, I make that. Awesome, cool.
Yeah.
You know,
Real quick, where's your dad from?
from Mexico.
Oh, what
Born in
city?
Jalisco.
Jalisco.
De
Nice.
Calitlan, Jalisco. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow. So
Yeah.
your dad believed in himself.
Believed in himself, man.
He always could bet on himself.
And, yep, always. And then that he instilled that in us in sports and everything, and always being there for me, man, like crazy, like always being my number one supporter.
Yeah.
People doubt you, don't worry, I believe in you, son. Always
That's
like
awesome.
that, and
I love
you
that.
know,
I love hearing
it's
that.
huge, man. It's
It
huge.
does so
many
much for-
people
yeah.
are raised without dads. You know,
Yeah.
they're raised with other figures, and they have this kind of almost animosity towards,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a man, I got to do this for myself. Nobody going, I need to do this myself. Like, no, man, like, you can do this yourself, but do it with a good attitude and do it with, you know, goodwill, and
Yeah.
stuff's going to happen, man.
Well, you know, you mentioned something important, and I want to ask you about this because you know, there's a lot of broken homes. You know, I was very fortunate to have my father my whole life. My father was a leader. He was charismatic. He was driven, and I always felt like it just gave me like just a deep confidence. I don't know what it is, but you know, like it seems like your father's. My dad was my hero growing up. I think yours was the same.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah.
So, do you think that having your father there all the time, especially as a boy, gives you some type of more of a confidence or more of like an edge or something?
Yeah, that, and my mom has a mouthpiece like no other.
Yeah.
My mom was in the beauty industry, so I had the best of both worlds. I had the work ethic, work hard, you got this, the grit, the respect from my dad. And then from my mom, I had the, you know, hey, the clients, hey, you know, come on in, I got you.
Charisma,
Hey, you know,
yeah.
had that, and I had the best of both worlds. My mom owned her own beauty shop, one of the biggest ones in Oakland.
Wow.
You know, taking care of everybody, you know, and to see that, you know, it just, man, I think that's just a combination for crazy success, man.
Yeah,
So
that's
don't
exciting.
know any better,
You're blessed, man.
Yeah.
You should thank your parents every single day.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Is the beauty shop still around? In
No,
Oakland?
so when we moved over there, my mom sold it.
Got it.
Because she wanted to be closer.
What's your
to
mom
us
doing
and
now?
So my mom is taking care of my grandma. She
Okay.
takes care of my grandma in
So
San Diego. She's taking care of her, and she then rents her own chair. She's doing her own thing, you know, kind of just
Wow.
taking care of the family. And
So your
you
mom's
know.
always taking care of others.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
always love to just take care of others and make them feel good.
yeah.
I mean, that's what beauty is, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, make you feel great.
yeah, yeah.
Make you feel like $1 million, you know?
Exactly. And then I always see my mom always had that. Don't worry, we'll get it done. We'll like, hey, like always beyond like,
Yeah.
like, hey, don't worry. Like when something would happen bad, don't worry. It's gonna be all good. It's always and always looking past that. Don't look at that. Look at, you know, at past it. Look at what you can do. You know, it's not about where you're at. It's where you're going. Always had this, like this mentality on 100. Like, man, like almost like, Mom, are you sure we should? Like, are you okay, Mom? Like, no, man, you got this. Come on, man. If you're good at what you do, you're gonna freaking get it. It's gonna come to you. Just know, believe it. It's gonna happen. And almost like, okay, Mom. All right, Mom. Like, and she's always just still. And every single time I talk to her, still like that.
Poured belief into
you know, just belief. And my dad, same thing. Work. And it's just perfect balance. You know,
That's exciting.
crazy.
Man.
Never
Well,
thought about it like that,
yeah.
but you just open that. Yeah, it's cool.
I have, and that's what I love because you know, as I started this podcast and I started to get to talk to people and listen and hear their story, I always learn that not only, I don't want to say me, but through the conversation, either I can make them aware or they figure out why they are where they are now. And that's what I love about it.
Yeah.
Like they figure out like, oh man, it was because of all this that I ended up here.
Yeah.
And it gives them like an extra sort of boost and confidence to go out there and like, oh shoot. Yeah. Like, yeah. Cause you're inside the frame.
Yeah.
You can't see when
it,
you're inside.
Yeah.
You need a different perspective, right?
Yeah.
And
Therapy session.
and it's just your story, right?
Yeah, they say that you can't see the picture when you're inside the picture.
Yeah.
It's a good photography.
It's like a corn maze. Like, what is this thing? You're like, oh, it's okay.
It's gourmets, yeah. Yeah, so I'm glad that I have no doubt you're going to be successful, whatever you
Appreciate it.
choose.
I think you already are successful.
Yeah.
So thank you for
I
sharing.
live like as if I'm not. You know,
Yeah.
I work hard every single day as if someone's trying to take it away.
And that's how
from me
you
24
should.
hours.
Because some people they're not even there yet, and they're acting like they're
Yeah.
rich already,
Yeah.
and then the wealthy people act like they're broke, and
Yeah,
that's why they continue
no,
to be
I have
successful.
Nothing, man. It's the way I think of it. I'm like, you know what? And that's what I saw. You know, I saw that like, okay, I'm a person that's like, I look at people and I'm okay. If they're doing certain thing, I look at what they're lacking. If someone's waking up at 7 a.m. and I wake up at 6, I got a 1 hour on them. Boom.
Yeah.
You know, I got like the mama mentality. You know, wake up
Yeah.
earlier, you just wake
Said
up early, you
mamba-
make it happy.
mamba
Yeah.
mentality.
Yeah.
And that's
Kobe.
it's so true, man. It's so true. Like if you see somebody, I see somebody, I'm like, give me these leads, you know?
Yeah.
And I see how somebody treats them. They don't call them, or they call them with low energy. I'm like, dude, watch this. I call the exact same leads. I book 10 appointments. They book 1 or 2.
Leading by example.
Dude, I'm just like, what's the difference? And I show them, I'm like, dude, look, you can do the exact same thing. You just have to want it. How bad do you want it?
Right.
You know, I tell them like this: if you're gonna work hard and you're really about it, you want to do something big, let's do it. But
Yeah.
if you're just here just to get by and make a little bit, man, just get a job. It's gonna be less stressful, and
Yeah.
it's guaranteed.
Exactly. If
know?
you're not willing to work,
Yeah,
keep a job.
yeah.
Please do
Less
yourself a
headache,
favor.
guaranteed, and we need people to
Do
work.
yourself a favor.
Yeah.
But if you want something bigger in your
Want
life,
something bigger.
if you're willing to put the work
Yeah.
in, if you're willing to change some things,
Yeah.
sacrifice some things,
Do
get rid
whatever
of
you
some
gotta do.
people,
Yeah.
you're gonna make it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But if not, please stay in your job
And
because
you have to
you
work so hard, man. Like behind the scenes, like people don't see. When I went to the company I'm at now, man, it was not easy for me because I
Yeah.
absolutely loved the people in the other industry.
I
And the other
understand.
company, I loved it, man. And I had to make a big decision. I had a newborn on the way. My baby was gonna be born in, within a month, and I was just like, I'm stepping into this, and I'm basically taking a risk into something I
Yeah.
wasn't aware of. But after all I've ever done my whole life, my whole career, everything that's all I know. And I know when something's gonna get good, adversity happens.
Right.
So I said, if I step into this, I have no choice but to make it.
Right.
How would I look like saying, all right, guys,
Yeah.
didn't work out.
Yeah,
Can you guys
let me
accept
come back,
me?
yeah.
No way, man. I would wake up in the morning at 6 a.m., throw my headphones on, be sometimes even tearing up like, I got this, Armando, you got this. You believe in yourself. You're a champion. You're this. You're going to make it happen. You got a kid on the way. You got a family. You got things on the line. You're going to want somebody else. Someone's going to want it more than you. No freaking way.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. No one's going to want it as bad as me. I'll do whatever I got to take. I promise you, put me against anybody, I'm going to take anyone out is what I would what I would think to myself. Once I would wake up early and I would do this, and the things that I would tell myself I was doing, I would keep my promise to myself. Man, that just poured belief, and it poured that confidence, everything that I
confidence
needed,
goes up.
and now it's just straight to work, and now it's just like, let's do
Yeah.
this now. Prove it to myself.
That's exciting, man. That's how I am with this, man. Like, I'm excited every single day. I have
Yeah.
my checklist,
Yeah.
and I make sure everything gets
Yeah.
done.
Mhm.
And I appreciate my team. Like,
Yeah.
they're awesome.
Yeah, you
like,
can't without people, man.
they believed in the vision. Like,
Yeah.
like this is just brand new. Like,
Yeah.
and I appreciate them because I sold the vision
Yeah.
and they bought into it.
Yeah.
And they said, we believe in that. Let's do it. You
Yeah.
know. And the goal for this podcast is 250 million
Yeah.
subscribers. We're gonna
Yeah.
be the number one podcast
Yeah.
in the world.
It is.
We're gonna
Let's
be
go.
worldwide. We're gonna
Yeah.
change people's
Yeah.
lives. And I want this to be a springboard for everybody that's part of my organization, this team, to do what they
go.
eventually want to
Let's
do.
freaking
Like
go.
Hatem wants to be a documentary creator and a videographer.
Yeah, why not?
Joe is one of the best photographers out
Yeah.
there. She just needs the people to see her up because
Let's
she's
go.
taking these pictures. Like, she wants to go and give the voice for people in third world countries
Yeah.
through a photo. Because they
Let's
say a
go.
picture's worth 1,000 words. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then we're gonna build this together. We're gonna have a huge compound, a huge building, and we're gonna change a lot. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
Bliss Nation. It's
Yeah.
gonna be worldwide.
Yeah.
And it's not about really the money. It's about
Yeah.
impacting people. You know what I mean?
And the money
Yeah.
will just come.
Yeah, the
And
money
it'll
will
be,
come.
It'll be a byproduct of what
Yeah.
you're doing. The way I think of it is like, I don't gotta be there. I don't gotta be there right now. I just gotta be next.
Yeah.
I just gotta be
Yeah.
freaking next. That's why I wake up every single day. You're like, you know what? These guys making 50,000, 60,000. My first month, boom, 20,000. I'm like,
Damn.
dang.
Yeah.
And I was just giving it a freaking shot.
Yeah.
You know what? And I don't gotta be exactly there. I just gotta be freaking next. Put me
Yeah.
in. I'm gonna take everybody
Yeah.
out, and I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. Now I'm taking everybody with me.
Yeah. I believe you, man.
Love it.
You have what it takes. Everything's
Appreciate
already in you.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
appreciate it.
You have the blueprint. You have the makeup. You're a leader. You have the work ethic.
Yeah, appreciate
And
it.
now you have the company and the platform that fits you.
Yeah.
And every time you leave a tribe, there's going to be some animosity,
Yeah.
but who cares? It's not you don't
You
live
need
your
that.
life to please other people.
You
You
need
live your
that,
life
man.
for you and your family. You know what I
And
mean?
it was perfect because I got to a point where in the beginning, in my early years in business or in life, doubt.
Yeah.
And I got to a point where I worked so hard because I wasn't talented.
Yeah.
I was beyond, Armando, come on, man. You don't look as good as us. Get away from us. And I had to work so hard just to be just average.
Yeah.
So that's all I know is how to work so hard to the point where I was like, you know what? I got to the point where then, boom, getting sponsored, doing bodybuilding shows, all this stuff, in business, doing fairly well, to the point where no one doubted me anymore. People just started complimenting you. That's good. That's good for you. That's good. I started getting comfortable.
Yeah.
I get out of there. I can't be around people that just compliment me left and right because it does nothing for me.
Yeah. They say if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
You got to go, man. I was like, I need other people around me. I need other people that are going to be like, dude, you're nothing right now, dude. You're doing good, but let's go. You're way better than that. Just like my teachers, just like it's all I know.
Yeah.
So
you need
being
those
around
coaches
that,
and
man,
mentors,
you got to be there. And, once you get to that point, and that's why all right, I need that doubt. Sometimes I'm like, come on, who's gonna doubt me, man? No one doubts me anymore.
You need
Come
that
on,
little,
someone
little
please
edge,
doubt me.
that
Can
chip,
someone just message me saying, dude, you suck, you're nothing? Please do that, because I don't know. I love
use it as fuel.
Use it as fuel in a good way, because
It's like taking yourself to another level.
Once I stop getting doubt, I'm like, do I gotta act a certain way for people to doubt me? Like, what's gotta happen? Everyone likes me too much now. It's like, it's good, but it's like not good because it doesn't build me. It builds your ego, and I don't function with ego. You can tell Armando, you this. It does nothing for me. Some people it does. Some people it does. Like, oh, you're right. I am this guy. That does nothing for me. I'm just like whenever I get things, I'm just like, yeah, sure. Like, I wanted this thing. I don't get it for anybody. I get it just because I like it. I don't get it to prove anything, and whatever it is, it's just like when I got to the point where I'm like, dude, I took this step, and then a little bit of doubt creeped in. I'm like, I'm doing something right. Yeah, I'm doing something good.
If it makes you nervous,
because you got to really laser in. Exactly. If it makes you nervous and it makes you feel something that you're not used to and it's uncomfortable, that means something's going to grow. Something's going to come out of it.
Nothing grows in your comfort zone.
Nothing does, man. Nothing does.
Just like muscles. It goes back to working out.
Yeah.
If you don't tear the muscle, if you don't work your butt off, if you're not sore, you didn't do anything.
If you're constantly doing 10 reps every time, in the beginning, it'll work. But then your body's going to adjust.
Just don't get injured.
It's going to adapt. It's going to be like, come on, man. 10 reps is all you've been doing. Come on, give me something else. Increase the weight or something. Your body adapts. Your body's meant to adapt. If you get comfortable at a certain income or a certain mindset, you're going to stay there. And I knew if I want to get to another income, I got to elevate my mindset. There was days that, a couple weeks ago, I'm waking up, all right, I got to work out at 12 a.m. Why? I don't freaking know, because I don't do this. So maybe I should do this, and maybe it's going to do something in me to act a little different. And guess what? I was doing that. I was building that consistent thing just because I know if I do what people aren't doing, I'm going to get what people aren't getting. That's simple. I don't got to overthink it and analyze it. I just say, you know what? People are doing all this. No one's working at 12 a.m. Shoot, let me try that. That'll do something. Yeah. And guess what? I guess it might have done a little.
I always feel so empowered and so proud of myself. I get up at 5 or 6 in the morning, and people are texting me back by 8 a.m. but I already texted them back by 6.
Yeah.
They're like, damn, you're up that early? It feels so good to just be up the earliest person. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So we always do this thing called Joe's 6 Qs. Joe's got some 6 powerful questions for you.
I might have 6 hopefully powerful answers.
Yeah. So we're going to ask you these 6 questions, and then I'll give you an opportunity to plug yourself, whatever you need, whatever you got going on.
Appreciate it.
And then we'll go ahead and wrap it up. But I'll hand it over to Joe.
Yeah, for sure. All right. The first question, since, we know and everyone knows that you have a couple of loving, supportive parents in your life. What advice would you give to kids out there who doesn't have that?
Well, my parents are divorced.
Okay.
Right? But, that's, it's okay because they're still having an impact, and being able to know that my parents still function as parents, and I don't, they went their separate ways, when it's not there, I guess it just wasn't there, and now they're happier. Now they're okay and they're at a great place, and to see that in the midst of that, things can still be civil and be okay. Yeah. That doesn't mean that you guys aren't together, so all of a sudden things are bad. No, you take the good and you leave the bad, and the things that are the great things are things you're gonna harness. And it's all right to know that your parents are gonna have certain things that impact you, and just always hold on to the great and always look at them for that. Find those things.
Take the good and leave the bad.
Exactly. We all have bad. If people know you as a bad, then man, you've done too many bad things. Try to focus, because everyone's got something, even if it's one thing. That's why I love being so diverse, and I love listening to Everyone has something. Even if 100 things he said, oh my gosh, are unbelievable, maybe that one thing is that one thing that you just needed to take you to the next level. You know, so
you said something
That's
important
awesome.
though, because my parents have been married for 40 something years, but there's always that big question, like, what is it better, to stay together for the kids and be miserable?
That's what it came down
or
to.
to be separate and be happy, but show a good example.
Exactly.
And
man.
I always think it's about the example.
Exactly.
Because, you know, if you're together, but your kids see you guys arguing, fighting all the time, and you're miserable, that's not a good example.
Exactly.
They're going to be like, marriage sucks. Like, this is horrible.
Yeah.
But if they see them maybe not be together, but they're still great parents,
so
and
nothing
they're happy,
to do with it.
then the kids go, okay, well, maybe sometimes it doesn't work out, but the true meaning of life is to be happy and be a good parent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah, exactly,
awesome.
man.
Kudos to your parents.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
for
it.
sure. I'm glad I asked that question because I actually have
Great
divorced
question.
parents since I
Really?
was 12 years old. I'm
Really?
like only taking like what I can apply in my life, basically. All the
It's true. It's
leave
true.
the bad.
Take the
anyway.
good and leave the bad.
Yeah.
You mentioned you were in the financial business, right?
Yes.
So I want to ask, like, what advice would you give to someone who wants to have a healthy relationship with money?
Oh, I'm a firm believer, you know, when, you know, in the Bible it says, you know, the love of money is the root of all evil, you know. People think that money is the root of all evil. It's the love of it. If you're doing everything for money and now everything you're doing is money based and everything, and it becomes lusty and you start doing bad things for the money, then of course that's a bad thing. But if money is a necessity, money is just a freaking tool to get you opportunities and get you what you need to get. So, dude, it's all good to have money. Does nothing. Like, I can have money here. What is the guy gonna do to me? It's not gonna change me. Oh my gosh, I'm changed. I have money. Oh my gosh. It's not gonna do that to you unless you're that person. You know, all money is gonna do is just make you more of what you already freaking are. You know, so if you're a good person, I see money as like, let me make so much money so I can help a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's the way I think of it. I'm just like, dude, if I make $7,000 or whatever it is, I can help so and so. Dude, today I just threw my friend one of my iPhones. Like, dude, you want an iPhone? Here, catch it. Are you serious? He was so grateful. Like, what? You don't owe me nothing, dude.
That's a
You're my
great
freaking
feeling.
boy, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, awesome. I got the office. Like, how much owe you? Dude, don't worry. You don't owe me nothing, dude. Like, just keep on freaking doing what you're doing, man. And we're all good, man. That's what money does.
Yeah. If you're giving, you can help a lot more people if you have a lot of money.
Yeah. That's
sure.
all he's going to do. God's not going to give you something that he knows that he's not going to be able to use for his glory.
Right.
You know, if he knows you can do something bad with it, why is he going to bless you for that reason? God is going to bless you to do something good. If you're that good person, you're going to get taken care of.
Yep.
You know, Solomon was the richest person ever in the Bible. And why was he rich? Because he didn't pray for, you know, for the riches. He prayed for the discernment and wisdom. And because he prayed for that, he was given everything.
Wow.
Why? Because God knew he was going to do what was good with it. That's the way I look at it. And that's what I prayed for. When I got my first truck, I was like, God, I just wanted that. I want to be wise with what I have. God, give me something, and I promise I'll do good. Like, I don't care. Like, just give me something. Just give me enough money to get by. Like, I just want to do something that's good, that can have a lasting impact. I don't care how much money I get. I just want to make sure I'm good. And because of that, I guess things just, you know, went from there.
There you
Came
go.
to you.
Yeah.
It's one of the things we want to do with the Bliss Seekers is viral philanthropy, and I cannot wait until we start doing that.
Yeah. So there's a guy called Mr. Beast. He's like 20. He's going to be the first YouTube billionaire.
Wow.
All he does is give his money away.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's giving away $1 million. He's giving away hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
He went to restaurants, tipped the waitress $10,000 for water.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's been his whole thing.
That's
He's always been
awesome,
abundant,
man.
and now this
Yeah.
kid's 20 and making
Well,
millions.
how does that even work though? Like, you would think, like, you're giving so much money away, you're going to be low on money. My dad's the exact same way.
Yeah.
My dad goes to Romano's, the Italian place every single Sunday, and he tips the guys $100 to the drink, the bartender, and $100 to the chef every single freaking week. And he closes out the bar, and he just loves it. He just has his wine, has his dinner with his wife, and it's amazing.
Abundance.
Every single time.
Yeah.
And he never complains about it. And I look at, that's why I say, I see how the way my dad is. And it's just like, Dad, how come you never worry about money? And then I see a story, like, because what he did, like, he never did anything wrong. He's like, son, I always did everything good. I never would do anything to hurt somebody. Wow. So I know God's going to take care of me. And I was like, shoot.
That's awesome.
What's
Crazy.
your dad's name?
Raimundo Gonzalez.
Thank you, Raimundo
Yeah.
Gonzalez. You're amazing.
Yes.
Raimundo and
Your son
Armando.
right here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Me and my dad have those like every single day. Like,
amazing.
you know, you know, people are like, oh, my dad, what's up, dad? Like, me and my dad, I kissed my dad on the cheek every single day. I had dad doing, like, since I was a kid, you know?
You guys have a
in front of all my
relationship.
friends. Hey, what's up, dad? Give him a kiss on the cheek. That's weird. I don't know. I just all done it. Maybe it is weird. Is it weird? I don't know.
No, it's not.
Whatever.
It
That's
is.
the relationship you guys have. You know what I mean?
Affection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of Hispanic men are so macho. They don't want to show love. You know what I mean?
That's the opposite.
But your kids need love. You know what I mean?
Who else is going to love on them? You know?
Exactly.
That's what my dad taught me. He taught me how to be macho, but in a way that's real.
Yeah,
You
respectful.
know, not be like, hey, you're the man, you're this. Is macho is like a man that's respect. You shake their hand, you apologize. You know, when you screw up, you admit to your faults.
Takes a real man to do that.
And and you work freaking hard, and you enjoy what you have, and take care of your freaking family. Be a man. I remember when my dad's like, if you ever have a kid, you get a girl pregnant, you freaking be a man, you stick it out. When I was, you know, like younger and stuff, he would tell me, you know, you be a good, you be a good man. I don't want you ever a son with broken families. I'm like, all right. I want to make sure your son is taken care of. No matter what happens, you take care of your family, no matter what. You know,
And
it's
here
huge.
you are, doing what your father taught you.
Yeah, gave him
That's amazing.
Thank you.
So next one is, what advice would you give to anyone who is struggling to discover their true purpose?
Someone who's struggling is find out what you want to do and see what is it that you like, something that gives you something that lights a fire in you, and that whether you're getting paid for it or not, you would still do it regardless. If you're a person that loves to help people, what can you do that would reach a lot of people, and figure out a way to monetize it?
Go work with Armando.
Yeah, I will help you help a lot of people.
There you go.
You know, so find something that you love to do, and you know, if you really love it, you know, then you'll get around people that, you know, can help you build a business, and you'll figure out a way to monetize it. Now it seems like it's so freaking easier, you know, a lot more simpler to make a lot of money out of nothing. You can get on TikTok and do something and make a dance, and all of a sudden you're getting paid.
Millions.
YouTube and, you know, podcasting. It's crazy, you know, the way that everything's going. The market is just so open now, which is awesome.
In 2020, you can make money doing almost anything. There's no excuses anymore.
Yeah, nothing.
You know, if I wanted to start a podcast 25 years ago, I had to have an education. I had to know somebody that worked for a radio station. I had to have money. Now, all you need is an iPhone, a YouTube, and a computer, and you're good to go.
So exactly. I heard someone saying that the big companies like are so scared of now the people that are coming into business, and they said, why? Because they're like, all these people nowadays are, the barrier to entry in a business is so freaking low that they can just come into this and make a ton of money and put us out of business.
Exactly.
Like, it's so crazy how people can monetize things nowadays, like crazy.
And the competition is global.
And it's,
so you have all this talent from all over the world. So you better bring your lunch, and you better work hard, because you're competing with everybody.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
man. That's why I'm always trying to stay as sharp as I can. How can I market? What can I do? What should I do? I'm always keeping my guys, hey guys, I have a marketing guy that's a part of my firm. Like, dude, what do you think we should do? Oh, like, we should start doing, like, you know, maybe little tutorials on little things, or maybe little, you know, videos on financial little YouTube videos, little 30-second clips,
little podcasts,
whatever it is, you know, just to help you maybe engage with other people, different generations differently.
Well, I hope that this podcast helps you expand and grow your business, because that's what I'm here for, is to help others. And so
sorry, on to the fifth question,
on to the
guys.
Next one.
Okay.
Numero cinco.
I got two more. It's very special. We go deeper in this one. So if you were told you only had 48 hours to live, what's the first and last thing you would do?
The first and last thing I would do. The first thing I would do is, you know, thank my family for being a part of my life and doing, you know, being here with me through this experience, and just know that, like, just have as much people as I can around me, those that I love, that I've had an impact on, and just be loved by people, you know, and tell everyone that I love them. And the last thing I would do is just, you know, just clock out. Thank you, God, for everything you've blessed me with, and I hope that I was a good steward, and I may hear the words when I go up there, good and faithful servant, you did well, you know. And you know, that's what I always look forward to. I sometimes have to take a step back and say, God, am I doing what's right? I check myself a lot, you know. I check myself a lot. Like, God, if I'm doing this out of selfish reason or ego, check me. You know, just let me know, and He'll show up, and He'll be like, hey, cut it. Or you're a little, okay. All right, cool. All right. I'm back.
Your ego is not your amigo.
No, it's not. So always constantly waking up and saying, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing it with the right purpose? Am I doing it for the right motives? And like, I ask myself, God, if I'm not, just let me know.
Yeah.
That's simple.
That.
They say the quality of your life is determined by the questions that you ask yourself.
Yeah.
I got that from what's his name? Robbins.
Tony
Robbins.
Yeah.
Something
Tony
about
Robbins.
the quality, the quality of your questions.
I love a lot of the things, a lot of the tangible things he gives are so good.
Yeah.
And
you have something to apply it to, which is even better.
Yeah. Oh, exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Quality questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Joe's questions go deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
I love it. So
it's
the
awesome.
last thing is, I have so many questions, but the last thing is, what is your number one wish for the world?
My number one wish for the world is that we all get in alignment with our purpose, our true purpose.
Yeah.
We all get in alignment. If we're all working in unison and we're all living exactly where we need to be, and we're all focused on what God made for us, we're all going to be good.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that after this is over, we're going to live in a new earth. We're all going to be, servants. We're all going to be, faithful stewards of this new earth that we're going to be in. And, that was the purpose from the beginning.
100%.
But now when that does happen, if we're all just, we're imperfect and it's all good. We're all fallen and it's all good, and through God's grace, we can live our lives better. And to know that if we all live and seek for purpose and for understanding, we'll be good. It doesn't even have to be monetarily and all these things. Like, it can just be living a life that outlives you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the goal, man.
I don't know a better way that we can wrap this up, because that's what this whole podcast is about.
Yeah.
To inspire people to find their true purpose and follow their bliss.
Yeah.
And I think you get it, because if you're living your purpose, you're going to be a better person. You're going to, they say when a man or when a person finds their purpose, they come alive.
Wow.
So that's when you found it. You're alive.
Yeah.
You wake up every day with excitement,
Yeah.
with fire. You have the work ethic. You put it in. I think you're doing that.
Appreciate it.
And I'm very happy for you, and I wish you the best.
Appreciate it.
But where can everybody find you? Like, tell them about yourself. This is your time, so they can find you.
Yeah,
I know you're looking for good people.
Yeah. So you guys can find me on my Instagram. Gonzalez FFL is my Instagram. AGONZALEZ FFL. That's my Instagram, and obviously Armando Gonzalez on Facebook. I just opened like I told him, I just signed my lease at my new office in Ripon, California. That's in the Central Valley. We're expanding like crazy. We're taking over the financial industry, and we're looking for some good, solid people that I can train, develop, and show them the ropes. And I have a good, solid team that's willing to train you and help you get to where you need to get. My goal is to be able to help people get financially free, so there can be less depression, less anxiety. They can take care of their family and then find their purpose and their bliss for living life the way they need to.
Yeah.
If I can be putting myself in the best industry that's going to give people the highest probability of winning, then why not?
Exactly.
And that's my goal. That's my purpose.
Awesome.
That's amazing. Yeah. I really want to ask this question real
Go
quick.
ahead. So now it's Joe's 7 questions.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Keep
bonus
it 6,
round.
but just that as a
That's
concept.
okay.
But you mentioned you kept, you were getting rejected a lot when you were younger. Like for all the kids out there who's getting rejected right now, like, what advice would you give them?
For all the kids out there just getting rejected, don't feel like you're a part of something. Just know that the people that get rejected the most are the ones that make the huge impacts. If you're someone that's made to stand out and you're not fitting in a certain mold, you should be happy, because those are the ones that make the craziest impacts in their life. And then after that, they still don't fit in, because they're just doing things that are absolutely amazing, but you're not fitting in is the greatest thing, because not everyone is making, $1 million. Not everyone's making over to $250,000, and those people don't fit in. They're different than what everybody else is doing. So not fitting in is actually the great thing, and knowing that, like, not everybody out there is willing to love people to an extent that's beyond themselves, and knowing that if you're that kind of person, then you're not going to fit in. That's perfect. Jesus didn't fit in. He was persecuted. His disciples did not fit in. Jesus is the direct opposite of what people thought. He thought he was supposed to look a certain way. He was born in a manger. They thought he was going to be a king and all that stuff. He wasn't. So your purpose wasn't to fit in. It was to stand out. We're born in this world, but we're not meant to be of this world. So when we start living to our purpose and we know exactly what, that we're not meant to fit in, yet we're going to find people that also don't fit in, we'll stand out fitting in with our people,
Awesome.
I love that.
Yes.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you again so much. Anything else?
Oh yeah, last words. You're gonna ask me for any last words?
Yes, last words.
I just want to say that thank you for being here. I can feel the whole time that you are leading with your heart.
Yeah.
And you speak from your heart, so it's very humbling for me. I'm really grateful for your parents for making you, and
thank you.
for your wife to letting you come here. And
thank you, wife.
Thank you, babe.
Yeah, I can't wait for the rest of the world to see this. I'm very inspired. I'm inspired to work out for at least 15 minutes when I get home later tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you for sharing your stories, your experience, and just who you are.
Yes.
It's really incredible, and
I appreciate
it's been fun. So
yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Also, another thing I want to add, it's like, for people out there who have a job and wants to get out of their job, like you said, just continue to look for something that you enjoy. One of the reasons why we created Bliss Seekers, because we do love conversations and we want to travel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's why we started this. Hang in there. It's not the end of the world. You're not like. Jobs are temporary if you believe they're just temporary. And for me, like, just do your best while you're at that job, but know the fact that you're going to do something greater.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you're meant to do.
100%. And by the way, I mean, we're not here to demonize people who have jobs. If you have a job and you love it, that's your bliss.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
But if you want to do something bigger, do that too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you, Armando.
Yeah.
I mean, it was amazing. I'm glad I got to know more about you.
Yeah,
now I truly understand why you are successful. Now I have no question why you started 3 businesses before you were in 30. And I have no doubt that you're going to achieve all your dreams, all your goals, help a lot of people, and you're going to do something very, very big.
Yes.
And thank you for being on the podcast, because you added value, a tremendous value, and I hope millions of people see this. I know
billions,
millions of people are going to see this.
Of course, and I want to let you know, Isaac, too, that when I first started, you had a huge impact on me too.
Thank you.
You were sharp, man, and I'm a person that I see somebody and I can tell the way that they are, and they let that off. And man, your hair was always on point. It still is. Look at that, even under there. Fool, that swoop is automatic. And your suits were always very nice suits, tailored. That tells you something about that. And I know, you gotta work a certain way, but you gotta look a certain way too. If you look at the image, you look the part, you're gonna perform the part. And I just want man, that I give you kudos to that, man. And you're sharp, man, and you still are, and you always will be. And I believe that that had a pretty big impact on me as well, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I gave 9 years of my life to that company, and I'm still there. And it's a great, amazing company. I'm on a different venture, but I appreciate everybody I met and everybody I impacted, because really I'm very humble, especially in that company, because I was just there to help. That's all I was there.
Yeah.
100%. I was there to help people.
Yeah.
9 years, and I hope they appreciate it, and I hope everyone understands that I gave 9 years of my life to a company, and all I was there was to serve.
Yeah.
And I served and helped so many people in that company.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that can owe a portion of their career to me, or that being there to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I take no credit for it, but I was just there to help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now I'm here to help. I'm here to inspire millions.
Yeah.
We're here to become the #1 podcast in the world. But thank you so much, Armando.
Yes.
I definitely will have you again soon.
Yeah, of course.
And
maybe your brother too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Hey, we got to get Savage on here. You know what I mean?
Savage Fitness.
Yeah. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is what you have to expect. Again, we're going to have 250 million subscribers. We're going to be the #1 podcast in the world. And as always, follow your bliss.